my presentation on role of physiotherapy in palliative care. I hope you all know about the physiotherapy, but what nowadays physiotherapy in palliative care grows rapidly. So I am presenting here the role specifically and focus. What is the focus of physiotherapy in palliative care? The outlines are role of physiotherapy, in which there are something editorials and studies are made. Palliative rehabilitation, conditions requiring palliative care, treatment of symptoms. What are the symptoms we treat in palliative care? Interventions, because the physiotherapy intervention are somehow common, but for in palliative care the intensity and frequency will be vary. Discharge planning, challenges we face in palliative physiotherapy, and receiving a referral, and conclusion. The role of physiotherapist is in physiotherapy, we understand the underlying procedure which cause physical disability in palliative patients, but this is not our main focus. The main focus are in palliative care. What are the consequences of disease which obstruct the physical and functional status of the patients. We focus on the physical, optimize the functions of the patient, so that whatever functions he has he intact, at least he can use that, providing maximum effort for the patient while maintaining the highest level of physical function in the face of डिजीज प्रोग्रेशन. जैसे जैसे डिजीज आगे प्रोग्रेस करती है, हमें ये देखना है कि पेशेंट जो भी है उसके फंक्शंस कंफर्टेबल हो. ऐसा ना हो कि वो उन फंक्शंस को कर रहा है जिससे उसकी हेल्थ और ज्यादा डिटोरिएट हो सकती है. इसमें रिसर्च हुई है कुछ टॉपिक्स पे, जिसमें हम देखते हैं कि कैंसर, अगर मैं स्पेसिफिकली कैंसर की बात करती हूँ तो 30% ऑफ कैंसर डेथ्स जो होती हैं वो पुअर एक्सरसाइज और न्यूट्रिशन की वजह से होती है. हम लोगों ने कंसिडरेशन लिया था कार्डियोवैस्कुलर डिजीज पे और कैंसर पे, और वी फाउंड दैट इन कार्डियोवैस्कुलर डिजीज एंड कैंसर 2,50,000 प्रीमैच्योर डेथ्स आर जस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ लैक ऑफ एक्सरसाइजेस. The effect of exercise and physical activity, the expanding role of physical therapy in palliative care indicates a rapid growth of evidence. There are so many researches done in foreign for palliative physiotherapy. The studies show we have three facets in palliative care. First of all, delivering direct patient's care. Second, education the patient's family care unit and fellow healthcare professional. It indicates education of patients, like we did we give them ergonomic cares, what to do, what to not do. Family advice is also necessary for them, and as well as fellow health professionals, we need to give them information so that they can treat patient in that manner, like nursing staff, and what are the positions we can suggest them so that it's comfortable for patients. And second thing, functioning as a multidisciplinary team. हम लोग we have 3 levels to work there: prevention, acute and post acute care, hospital based care, and community based rehabilitation. As if I'm talking about hospital based care, we give regular physiotherapy to the patients, but in community based rehabilitation center we can go to the home, advise patient, teach parents there, and do give them ergonomic advice, and give them psychological support too, that they can make their child mobile at the home too, and what are the environment, or what should be the environment at home. Symptoms control like pain, fatigue, that I am discussing later. Studies, physiotherapy mainly aims to maintain optimum. जो भी उसकी current condition है या जिस stage पे patient है, वो अपना कितना maximum कर सकता है उसको maintain करना और improve करना. Respiratory functions को improve करना. Maintain optimum circulatory functions. Prevent muscle atrophy, because there is a disuse atrophy in generally palliative diseases. तो उस चीज को हम prevent कर पाए. Prevent muscle shortening, prevent joint contracture, क्योंकि हमारी जो body होती है generally prone होती है flexion movements के लिए. So वो contractures develop ना करें जो generally knee joints, elbow joints, spine पे होते हैं. Influence pain control, optimize independence and function education and participation of caregivers. Carer mental and physical health care, it is the most important part, because the parents become frustrated from a long process. Even they can see their child deteriorating, so just their mental and physical health care we need to assess regularly and just take care of it. What is palliative rehabilitation? The palliative rehabilitation, the main goal is to keep or improve functions, independency, and reduce the consequences of the disease as long as possible. The patient, if the patient he want to mobile, but how can he do? So the main important part of it कि अगर पेशेंट चाहता है तो हम उसको एक्टिविटीज में किस तरह मॉडिफिकेशन कर पाए कि वो उसकी जो भी विश है वो पूरी हो पाए, क्योंकि जब हमें कोई पैलिएटिव डिजीज होती है तो इट टेक इट इज लाइक लॉस ऑफ फंक्शन एज इनएविटेबल, ये होना ही है। और जो पेरेंट्स होते हैं, हेल्थ प्रोफेशनल्स भी कई बार, या बच्चा खुद भी, जो फंक्शन इंटैक्ट होते हैं उनका भी यूज नहीं करता है, जिसकी वजह से कंडीशंस जो होती है वो खराब होने लगती है। और किसी का फिजिकल अपीयरेंस अगर खराब होता है तो वो देख के पेशेंट्स के अपना लो मॉरल डाउन होने लगता है। तो हमें इस चीज का ध्यान देना होता है कि हम किस तरह अपने पेशेंट्स को एक्टिविटीज को मॉडिफाई कर पाए और उसके जो भी फिजिकल अपीयरेंस है वो एटलीस्ट अच्छा रहे। The exercise and physical activities that the physiotherapist offer resembles life when the patient was still healthy. We consider that when exercise we can only do when we are healthy. So when a child do exercises in a hospital-based setup or in a palliative condition, then he can realize no, he is alive. There are movements and movements show life. So this can give someone a confirmation that he belongs to life. First of all, the main important part is physiotherapy symptoms relief and activating treatments have very few side effects. There are some contraindication according to physical condition and their pathological conditions, but if we take their consideration, there are very less few side effects of physiotherapy. Indications requiring palliative care. We all know the palliative diseases like cancer, HIV, dementia. There are some progressive neurological disorder too, Parkinson's disease, multiple sclerosis, मोटर न्यूरॉन डिजीज, स्ट्रोक, पैरालिसिस। पैरालिसिस जनरली हम देखने को मिलता है कैंसर पेशेंट्स में, पैरालिसिस साथ में होती है। सेरेब्रल पाल्सी, मस्कुलर डिस्ट्रॉफी। देयर आर सम सिस्टेमिक डिजीज ऑल्सो, सीओपीडी, ILD, हार्ट डिजीज, लिवर एंड किडनी डिस्फंक्शंस, rheumatoid arthritis, and as well as old age and other degenerative disorders. These are the area where I do physiotherapy in palliative care, like pain. In my sense, pain through medications, pain are relieved, but there are some spiritual movement related musculoskeletal pain too that can be treated with pain also. We use thermal agents like heat pack, cold pack, TANs. We have different electrophysical agents too. Depression and anxiety. Exercise release endorphin. We all know there are 4 happy hormones: oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphin. So when we do exercises, endorphin releases and it gives depression level down. Physical inactivity. Debility is physical weakness. Fatigue. Fatigue is the most common side effect of all the treatment. And fatigue, there is no such a medication who treat fatigue directly. There are some underlying cause for fatigue, so we can deal it with medications, but the exercise are the ultimately main treatment for fatigue. But we should know ki what kind of exercise we are making to the child. Edema. For edema, we generally use compression garments, positioning. We have therapeutic effleurage also. Constipation, we do abdominal massage. Dyspnea, we have breathing techniques also. Muscle atrophy, dystrophy, muscle tightness, as I discussed earlier. Recumbent position are the must, because there are, like I said, there are some, we have prone to some flexion contracture, so we must know ki what are the recumbent positions, like relieving comfortable positions for the child and that are suitable him for as well. What is the leg positions, what would be the head positions, pre and post operative care. Assistive device, we need, if we want to do make child independent, then we need to give him like cane, walker. There are slings, braces, and so many assistive devices which make patient comfortable and he can mobile. Ergonomic care, like do and don'ts. What are the things we can do and what we should not do. Task modification is kind of ki if someone has a grip problem, he wants to write but he can't write, then because there are in grip problem we generally lost our fine movements, so we can task modification we can do, give him a sketch pen with a thick border, that kind of things we can do in task modification. For toothbrush, like a patient is using toothbrush, but the his grip is lost. So we can attach something roll type cover, and then the grip would be stronger enough so that he can use. These are I'm telling about you intervention. In cancer patients, I use interventions like ambulation, training with assistive device like cane, because we all use in generally, I see patients using cane, walker, but they all use in wrong manner. So we should follow that what is the correct manner of using assistive device, what is the positioning, length, and neuromuscular therapy, neurological therapy, respiratory therapy, electrophysical agents like TENS, IFT, I hope you have all heard, decongestive physiotherapy, soft tissue manipulation, like you can therapeutic effleurage is considered into soft tissue manipulation, but there are so many vibrations, cupping, clapping that comes into soft tissue manipulation. Thermal agents like heat pack and cold packs, activity modification, range of motion, like we try to achieve from inner range to outer range of the patient so that the contracture or tightness would not develop. Strengthening exercise, environmental modification is one of the most preference of exercises, because if the environment is not so good, like a patient has some mobility problem and we have slippery floor, or we have the floor that patient can't make a grip, then it's a very important to change it. Group exercise therapy, I have found it's really very effective on my patients. Aerobic exercise not only we can do in standing position, we can do also in wheelchair. Relaxation, because cancer chemotherapy patients, as I said, there is a cancer chemotherapy, there is a major side effect of fatigue, so relaxation therapy is very important for cancer patients. Then respiratory disease and critical conditions. In pulmonary components rehabilitations, there are 4 respiratory disease: exercise training, education, psychosocial and behavior intervention, and outcome assessment. Exercise training, we should know if we are making a patient who has respiratory disorder or some critical conditions, like even if we take dyspnea and breathlessness, then exercise training should be endurance training, upper extremity training, lower extremity training, respiratory muscles strengthening exercise. Education, we have different breathing techniques, parent education, as well as if someone is suffering from respiratory disease, his lifespan is not so long, so we should teach patients and his family about end of life. Psychosocial and behavioral intervention, we can use coping strategies and stress management. And then it should be a regular assessment, there should be a regular assessment on outcome, whether it is effective on patients or patient is comfortable in that or not. For cough, we have chest physiotherapy, together with, if the chest physiotherapy combined with a steam inhalation and including forced exhalation, then it releases lung congestion. Airway vibration, we have soft tissue manipulation technique in vibration, in which we release the congestion in the lungs. There are postural drainage positions affecting coughing and huffing techniques. We can teach to the patients who have congestion in lungs, and maybe sometimes with a sputum also. Breathlessness, we can teach diaphragmatic breathing and pursed lip breathing. We have so many breathing techniques, but for palliative patients, we prefer these two only. Neurological condition, we use EMG biofeedback, exercise relating imaginary, virtual reality. Virtual reality, in some neurological conditions, patient को याद रहता है कि वो पुराने कैसा था, वो भूल जाता है मूवमेंट्स ऐसे हैं, तो उस चीज को रियलिटी से कनेक्ट करना. Proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation, strengthening exercise, electrotherapy, balance training, stretching exercise, positioning, neurodevelopmental techniques. Biofeedback, proprioception, neuromuscular facilitation, and neurodevelopment techniques. These are not specifically a techniques. These 3 are approaches towards the treatment, in which they mainly work on neuromuscular facilitations and motor control, motor learning. Like if now HIV and AIDS, the main factor that affects HIV patients is dysfunction of their aerobic system. So the main interventions, as a physiotherapist, we use aerobic exercise, progressive resistive exercise, therapeutic effleurage, that you can massage, cognitive behavioral interventions. For progressive resistive exercise, because HIV is a mainly decrease in the immune system, the efficiency. So how could be the resisting exercise, what is the label and grade, we should decide that. साइकाइट्रिक डिसऑर्डर्स एंड ऑल्टर्ड मेंटल स्टेशन, ऑल्टर्ड मेंटल स्टेटस में हम डिप्रेशन और एंजाइटी को भी कंसीडर कर सकते हैं. इसके अलावा फिजिकल एक्टिविटी का अगर हम देखते हैं तो फिजिकल एक्टिविटी और डिप्रेशन ये रेसिप्रोकल इनवर्स रिलेशनशिप शो करते हैं. अगर हम अल्जाइमर्स डिजीज की बात करते हैं तो अगर कोई, जैसे मैंने आपको बताया हमारी बॉडी में हैप्पी हॉर्मोन्स होते हैं, कुछ डिजीज होती हैं जो एज के साथ हमारे बढ़ती जाती है. अगर कोई पर्सन स्टार्टिंग से फिजिकल एक्टिविटी अपने मेंटेन करके रखता है तो वो साइड जो एज फैक्टर होते हैं वो थोड़े रिड्यूस कर जाते हैं, चांसेस नील के बराबर हो जाते हैं. फॉर एंजाइटी वी यूज रिलैक्सेशन टेक्निक्स, distraction, activity modification, breathing strategies. As I said, distraction is like play therapy, group therapy. I used to do distraction therapy in my center also. So you can make them sit together and divert their mind from their disease, and they can play together. Activity modification, sometimes when we want to do something but we can't just because of our physical status, then if activity modification can be done, it's helpful to the child and it reduces their anxiety level too. Breathing strategies like firstly breathing mostly help in anxiety. For depression, music therapy, play therapy, exercise environment, outdoor exercise energize while indoor exercise relaxes. Study is done on this topic only. There are other interventions also which are helpful in physiotherapy, like sling and braces. If the patient's pain aggravates on movement, we can provide braces to them or slings to them. Like in this patient, the patient is amputated and the case is relapsed case, but she has amputation below elbow and she's complained that when she walks it's paining. So I just provided her sling and now she is happy and she can walk throughout the day very easily. Recumbent position, as I said earlier, there are some recumbent positions for breathing also, like what we should lean forward, and what if someone has a problem in hip and some neurological disorder in which paralysis or paraparesis happens, then what are the position should be corrected. Assistive devices like walker, cane, something. Compression garments are for swelling, edema. Exercise equipments like weight and suspension. Suspensions are like we do suspension therapy on patients for passive. It's kind of passive exercises in which there is some equipments in which we hang according to the planes of our body, and we do passive movements, and patient easily does that without any complications and pain. Discharge planning, assess need for mobility aid. If patient is going home, then or he is depend on assistive device, then we should take care of how can he move in the house. Walker, cane, we should purchase them, or rental information we should give them. Discuss layout of home, like we have a hospital care center, we have all the facilities, but what is the layout of their home? So we should consider them and teach them the techniques so that they can use make as much as possible their physical functions. Stairs or rail training while practice before they go. If there is some stairs, like child want to go on terrace or something, their house is on second floor, then we should teach them stairs and rail, or there is some substitution there also. Main challenges in palliative care is caregiver and family expectation, क्योंकि कई बार पेशेंट की जो फैमिली होती है वो एक्सपेक्ट नहीं करती है कि उनके बच्चे की फिजिकल कंडीशन डिटोरिएट हो रही है, तो उनको काउंसिल करना कि हम एक्सरसाइज के थ्रू कितना अचीव कर सकते हैं और हमारी लिमिटेशंस क्या है. गिविंग फॉल्स होप कि हम पेशेंट से कहें नहीं मैं आपको चला दूंगा, इतने कम टाइम में चला दूंगा, ये बहुत ही गलत चीज है. हमें उनको एक्यूरेट बताना चाहिए. वी कैन डू आवर लेवल बेस्ट, बट this is the conditions and we can achieve only this extent. Fluctuation in status because if patient is under treatment and in palliative condition, then we need to decide short goals and flexible goals, and before going to his bed we regularly ask what is his current status today. Medication side effects like some steroid effects on quadriceps muscle, and so these are the side effects of medications also. receiving a referral. In journal, we receive referrals directly from the patients if the patients have pain and something. But for a palliative center, we need referrals from nurses and doctors because they know what is the condition of the patient and only they can refer it to us. Patient never come to us directly that I have this palliative conditions, please suggest me physiotherapy. So we just want their referrals. Lies with team, like I said, multidisciplinary team, nursing, psychologist, dietitian, extra. Conclusion, it may not see physical gains like you would in any other area of physios because we have different approaches and patient is not physically normal, so we can apply anything and he can see their improvement very soon. But in palliative care, motivation and comfort to the patient is more rewarding than anything else. Thank you.